My name is Charlie McGrath, founder, wideawakenews.com, host on the Rinse Radio Network. You want to know what Ukraine situation, Crimea situation, Russia versus US, the Cold War standoff once again? You want to know what it's all about? You can watch an 8-minute video by Victoria Nuland, our own Victoria Nuland, Assistant Secretary of State for European and Eurasian Affairs. She spells it out exactly. Ukraine is a prize that the IMF wants. In fact, in this speech, which I'll attach to this video, she breaks it down. If Ukraine wants normal relations, if Ukraine wants to be lured into the European Union, they need to bow down at the feet of the International Monetary Fund. And she goes on to say, in no uncertain terms, that the economy of Ukraine is devastated, in large part thanks to a bunch of globalist bankers that make up the ownership of the IMF. She didn't say that. I'm ad-libbing that. But she goes on to say that if Ukraine wants out of their economic depression, they need to grovel at the feet of the International Monetary Fund. And this is the only way that they're going to be able to have a normal European style existence inside Ukraine. Russia, of course, on the other hand, does not want NATO at their doorstep. They don't want the full encirclement of Western powers around their country. And most importantly to them is the umpteen natural gas pipelines that run through Ukraine, originating in Russia and terminating inside of Europe. It is their bread and butter. Victoria Nuland broke it down. They need to bow at the feet of the IMF, but she didn't stop there. She also spelled out what the United States has done in order to destabilize Ukraine. In fact, she tells us that it's $5 billion of your taxpayer money that has been spent to destabilize this region. Now, she isn't the only one saying it. Recently, Dennis Kucinich was on an interview with Bill O'Reilly, and he talked about 60 plus programs from quasi government agencies that have spent billions of dollars to destabilize that government. Now, we're going to hear everything and anything from our establishment media because they fail in watching over the government as a watchdog of the government, and they fail in reporting the truth to you, the people of this country, just like they did inside of Iraq, just like they've reported on Afghanistan, just like they've reported poorly on Libya and Syria. They're going to say anything and everything that promotes a doctrine of spreading of empire and spreading of war. They're going to tell you that this is a just cause. They're going to tell you that John McCain's right when he says we should not only provide sanctions against Putin, but we should provide military aid, direct military aid to Ukraine so they can combat this invasion, this so-called invasion by Russia. They want to lead us further and further into conflict and destabilization. Why? Because we are the lapdogs of the International Monetary Fund, and our job is to destabilize regions of the world to completely break their economies so we can have the IMF go in there and strip that nation of their valuable natural resources, and more importantly, strip these nations of their sovereignty. We are on a fast track to nowhere in our current situation when we have globalist elite bankers and technocrats dictating to the people of the world what will be and what will not be, and using the weapons of mass economic destruction in order to accomplish the goals stated in their agenda. It's time to wake up and realize we are not serving freedom. We are not serving liberty. We're not serving democracy. We're certainly not serving the people of Ukraine. We are serving a bunch of globalist bankers because, again, at the end of the day, it isn't about freedom. It's about money, and it's about power, and it's about control. The bankers are taking it, and we need to stand up to them and say, enough is enough. No more blood will be spilt in the name of enriching a bunch of globalist elite technocrats. Stories are attached. That's all I got.